Preview.
Yes, welcome once again to our podcast. We are so excited here at Child Space Organization today. We are having the guests from the community on this show, and we are going to have them respond to some conversations that we are going to have here, some questions during this conversation. And if behind me, as you can see, we have this is the project that we are going to dwell on. It is called Leveraging School Feeding and Micro and Small Enterprises to promote access to healthy and sustainable food among the urban poor in Kenya. Now, in short, this is called CCHeFs. That's a mouthful, by the way. Yeah, we can just say CCHeFs, and it will be nice. So, my name is Crispin Ochieng Okelo. I am the executive director here at Child Space Organization, and I would like to moderate this show today. And because from the start, we started here in the community, and we are still here in the community, and we'd like to ensure that the voices of the community members are actually heard. So, without wasting any more minute, let me welcome my friend here to tell us his name, anatoka wapi, what do you do, and let us proceed.
Asante. Kwa majina naitwa Robert Auta, mimi ni mkaaji wa Korogocho. Na mimi CHP. Pia mimi nafanya ukulima kwa shule hapa kwetu Korogocho. Karibuni.
So thank you so much, Mr. Auta, and you said you are a CHP, and CHP, for those who may not understand, CHP stands for Community Health Promoters. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. So he promotes health in the community, and that's what he do. We are happy to have you in this show, sir. Yeah. So on my right here, let me also welcome this young lady. Yes.
Okay, my name is Joan Ugomo. I come from Ruaraka sub-county. I'm a cateress, and also I run a grocery store. Majorly where I get my stuff from is Korogocho Market. Asante.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So these are the guests that we're having, my viewers. And so today we are not going to waste any minute. Let me go straight away to our conversation. So here in Korogocho, what are some of let us look at the food challenges and of course some solutions. Yeah, because this is our interest, both in school and at home. What here in Korogocho, what are some of the biggest food security challenges that families face, here in this community on a daily basis? What are some of these challenges that we face? Anyone of you can actually take this.
Sisi kama wana Korogocho, wana kijiji.
Yes.
Chenye kinafanya hasa tuna chakula ya kutosha, ama chenye inafanya lishe inakuwa ngumu. Kitu ya kwanza ni mapato. Unapata wamama wengi wase wa kijiji wanafanya jua kali, wengine wanaenda kufulia watu kwa my estate. Therefore unapata hakuna pesa ya kutosha. Therefore hata lishe inakuwa ngumu kwa ajili ya kupata mapato.
Lishe inakuwa ngumu kwa sababu ya kukosa mapato ya kutosha, ili uweze kustahimili jamii na familia.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to add something on that?
Actually, another thing is mentality. Unakuta mtu anafikiria yeye hana pesa. Unajua kupata pesa inatoka akilini mwako. Unakuta mtu anajiangalia, anajiona hawezi afford. Actually, unakuta that person can afford food and that person can get that food. Now, my main thing that I can speak about is getting that food. Yes. Kupata hiyo chakula. Unakuta hata kufika hiyo sokoni inakuwa challenge kwa wanakijiji. Mvua imenyesha, hiyo chakula ijaletwa sokoni, where will they get that thing from? Wataitoa wapi actually? Hakuna. Unakuta chakula inaharibikia hata barabarani na wanakosa kabisa.
And I think that leads me to the next. Thank you so much, Joan, for this, because again then you're talking about kupata hicho chakula chenyewe. So that again, how can then parents You get it. How can parents and small-scale farmers like you, Mr. Outer, how can you work with schools to create more sustainable ways of accessing nutritional food? Because if kumenyesha, kuna shida, mentality is a problem. How can we then work together with, the small-scale farmers, the vendors, food vendors, and the schools to ensure that we have nutritious food in our schools and home?
Yes, chakula hii ya mashule yetu ya hapa, kitu cha kwanza we have a problem kutopata chakula ambayo ni fresh.
Okay.
Hali tuko na hii mashamba ndogo ndogo ya au wana kijiji na wale wakulima wanajipuka kama sisi. Ukipata challenges imesaa kuwa kama challenge nyingine kama kwa mfano transport challenges and such. Hii ya karibu ni chakula mzuri na imepandwa chini. Hapa haitumii mbolea ambayo ni ile ya kununua, ni ya ng'ombe and such. Therefore ndio hii challenge iweza kuisha. Sisi kama wanakijiji tushikane na tufanye hii chakula tunafanya hapa iende kwa shule. Na itafanya afya ya watoto na hata gharama ya watoto hata itakuwa rahisi kwa kupata chakula.
Thank you so much, Mr. Outer, because you've led me to another question that I wanted to ask. Maybe you can add as I ask this question. Yeah, so we look at the barriers to secure to food, barriers to food, to accessing food. Barriers zile vizuizi ambazo zinafanya tusipate chakula ambayo ni nutritious. So what makes it so difficult for people in informal settlements to consistently access enough healthy food? The barriers that makes it so difficult for people to access this. What are some of the barriers?
Some of the barriers, vile naona watu hawana kazi. Kabisa. There is total unemployment among the settlement in Korogocho. Unakuta mtu anaamka asubuhi, anakaa chini kwa mlango, hana kazi kabisa. Ametafuta, amekosa, hana pesa, hajui atanunua chakula na nini. Na unakuta katika familia wanakosa kabisa. Actually they lack that food totally. Paka inafika mahali he will just opt for anything that is available to sustain the children and the parents. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. So then do you think, Mr. Outer, that issues like income, storage, infrastructure play a role in this challenge, and how is that so?
Yeah, mambo ya storage hasa kwa chakula huwa ni kitu cha muhimu sana. Kwa sababu the way, for example, maji the way imekuwa stored, isipowekwa vizuri itakuwa tena inadhuru afya ya watoto. Pia hata kwa chakula isipokuwa storage vizuri inaleta madhara mengine ya kiafya kwa ajili ya watoto. Kwa hiyo storage bado inaleta changamoto kwa ajili ya hayo.
Kuweka ile chakula kuhifadhi chakula ili kisiharibike na tuitumie wakati bado ni kizuri, sio ndio, ikiwa fresh. So thank you for that. By the way, we look at the next one, look at the nutrients for children. We look at madini madini na maadili ziko karibu zinakaribiana, lakini madini So tuangalie madini. What nutrients are most important for school going children, and how do they actually affect their growth and learning? Nutrients that are most important for the school going children ni kama gani?
We have proteins, which are bodybuilding foods. If a child is growing, this child needs actually proteins majorly. And if we look at the informal settlements, we'll find that most people tend to think they cannot afford proteins. They say proteins are expensive, but we have low budgeted proteins that those parents can get if actually they will be informed. There will be campaigns to teach parents, because most people there are not learned.
Yeah.
They may tend to think that if they get that bread, locally found bread, the crumbs that are being sold on the streets there, they will eat it and they say they are done with breakfast, which is not healthy for that child. And again, it makes them think they are low class. Yet, there are people who can still eat well if the nutrition campaign is taken forward. So let us enlighten them. Yeah.
Enlighten them. Yes.
Yes, also we have iron and vitamin. Kwa sababu iron sasa inaleta magonjwa kama anemia, whereby red blood cells mtoto astahili au anachangamka. Exactly. Watu ukipita unapita na mtoto. Pia vitamin.
Wow.
Baba inasaidia kuona mtoto, jua anasema kwa mtoto.
Yes.
Kuona vizuri akiwa shuleni tena. Yeah, wow. Vitamin and iron, I think we'll do that.
Yeah, correct, Mr. Auta, and I think that's really nice, and I also thank you for this contribution. So can we then look at, we look at the examples of affordable food, just give us examples of affordable food that we can find locally that provide these essential nutrients that you just mentioned.
Yes, thank you. Tuko na, for example, kama spinach. Na spinach ndio sasa inakuanga kwa masoko, hata kwa shamba yangu, spinach imeweka mingi.
Okay.
Yeah, we have carrots na cabbage. I think that's some of the local. Asa tena mimi yenye huwa napanda.
Wewe unapanda.
Yes.
I'm glad you're saying what you're interacting with kila siku.
Yes,
right? Yeah. You want to add something? How we can get this locally, these nutrients?
Yeah, I'm going to speak about proteins, protein foods, the bodybuilding foods. We have beans. We can get beans. Beans are cheap compared to other things. We have dengu, that is green grams. Those are still proteins. Again, we have milk.
Okay.
We can try to find milk. You buy, at least for children, they get milk. That is the cheapest, at least a glass of milk, that is cheap for them. So if they mix maybe milk, vegetables, and ugali, that's a balanced diet already.
Wow.
The child will grow very well. The bones will be developed. The child will be energetic, and the child will have a good sight compared to if only you drink porridge and sleep.
Okay. I drink porridge and sleep.
Yeah.
I remember we used to take porridge and some bread.
And sleep.
And you feel so full.
And you are okay. You feel very strong.
I like that. So, having said that, thank you so much, Joanne. Looking at we look at the nutritional challenges, the challenges that that the children are facing. Now, what are some of the nutritional challenges do you commonly see among children in your community? The challenges that you see among these children in the community. Ni kama gani, Mr. Auta?
Ile chachi na sasa naonanga ni ile kukula chakula aina moja. Anapata every morning anakula chakula ambayo ni the cheapest and the same food. For example, anapata wanakula chai, wanakula na mchele. You see?
Yes.
That's morning. Always chai. Okay, kifika lunch unapata tena wanakula only starch. And evening unapata only starch. Sasa unapata hiyo kiafya inaleta
tashwishi. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, like I shared that we used to take uji. That is the porridge and bread.
Yes.
And
that is.
Yeah, and in the evening we want ugali. Yeah, and something really, there was no consideration of balanced diet.
Yes.
So long as your stomach is full.
Yeah.
So as we proceed, we look at. Thank you so much, by the way, for that. So we look at these challenges. How do they affect the ability of children to perform in school or stay healthy? How are they performing? These challenges that you just mentioned about lack of these essential nutrients. How do they affect the child in school, their performances, and of course their health as well.
The children tend to be of poor concentration in class. They develop diseases, obesity, kwashiorkor, others marasmus due to malnourished foods. They don't take foods that are of standard. They take poor quality, even if it is that porridge, no water, no toilets. Those are all challenges in the those settlements.
In the settlements. And now that because these are children, thank you, Joanne, by the way, it is true. Now, because these are children, what roles can parents then play? The roles that current parents play at home to ensure their children are eating balanced meal or balanced diet. Because we already know what the importance of balanced diet. But knowing is one, acting is another.
Yes.
So what role do you think the parents or guardians should actually play moving forward?
Yes, wazazi wanastahili kuwa licha ya wasitafute ile gharama ya chakula ya gharama ya juu ya chini, lakini sawa sana mapato yao yenye kuna madini yote. Unapata for example sema sapa, unapata iko avocado, umeweka spinach, umekula ugali, yani it's very cheap, lakini balance kuliko kuenda kuleta chakula moja na kuweka githeri na breakfast, lunch unapata nao ni mchele, you see, sasa unapata na lime.
Okay. You have something to add on that?
You say in settlements there, you find them maybe taking that anyona bread. It's a bread that they just buy from someone sourced from the company, the breadcrumbs that are fallen, and then they come and start measuring in some bags, and then they sell. Now, somebody might think that thing is healthy. No, it is not healthy, because even the way it has been transported from the company to the place where it is going to be sold, it is not healthy at all. Now, it will make the children think that they are full, they are okay. But no. Nutritionally, they are not fit. The child will always tend to sleep in class. They will feel hungry all the time because of the starch. In that meal. Too much starch. Yeah, and
I'm glad with you. We are shedding some light about this because again we say knowledge is power. And when you started, you said we need to continuously sensitize the community, create this awareness of what is happening, and that's what we are doing here. So now let's move from the parents, or as individuals, we look at the wider community. How can the wider community support school and families to improve children's nutrition? The wider community move from the one household and we come together. How can we work together to ensure that these challenges are actually tackled?
Okay, as for me, I think what I see something that can be done is let the community come together, start supporting schools on food programs, the lunch programs that are there. Let the community start supporting schools, maybe by donating something small that can help the school and maintain cleanliness, sanitization and everything, and also source food from within the community. It would be my pleasure. It will be my pleasure if the government can allocate land of each and every government school where they can do their local farming as well. Again, it will be my pleasure if the government could support that mama mboga selling next to the school to supply the school with the items that are required, so that we can increase the standards of the community, the economical standards of the community in that school. Let us improve their income.
To improve their income. Yeah, thank you so much. But you have a very nice point. I know you want to add something. Yeah, because when we talk about the support from the wider community to school, it also entails it will entail access.
Yeah.
It will entail handling.
Yeah.
The reduction of the long distances of transportation.
Yes.
Now that we source it locally, like Mr. Outa here just mentioned that he's a community farmer. You have your own shamba, small shamba, and we are doing all this. So yes. So how about we come together as the small scale farmers, and we maybe supplying carrots in school. Another person is supplying tomatoes, some spinach. Others maybe the fruits, and such like stuff. And then that way it gives us confidence that my child is eating what I actually understand. Yes. So I handled it, or I grew it, and I supplied it. So I think that is, I think I support that idea. I mean, we want something small to add.
Kuangalia kama mimi mkulima na nalima tena niko na shamba hapo kwa shule. Donors wakuje watupatie seedlings hasa ya matunda tupande kwa shule. Whereby chakula ikikuja, matunda sio rahisi upate ikikuja. Matunda tu yanatoka kwa shamba yetu ya shule during that lunch time. Kila mtu anapata that fruits so that it can be balanced. Kwa hivyo nahitaji donors wa come in with the support and the community wakuje na ile kitu hapo nayo tupande shule. Hiyo sasa itakuwa ni ya shule na direct, haina gharama kwa kuwa tuko pale na shamba na tuko na maji na tuko na everything. I think that's idea.
So that's external support. Beautiful. I think that's really nice. And
I think I have something
to also add. Yes, please.
Being that this one is an urban settlement again. Children from urban settlements tend not to know what happens with farming a lot. Now, if the government could allow that these schools have their small farms inside the schools and also outside where they can do large-scale farming, the children will be okay. Because in these settlements, some of them don't even travel up country.
No.
Most of them don't even have. Because somebody, maybe you find someone telling you, me, I was born in Korokocho, I've learned in Korokocho, everything is in Korokocho. Outside the box, he doesn't think, he doesn't know anything that's about farming. Yeye atamka asubuhi apate tumikate hapo nje anunue akule. So hata ukimuuliza mtoto hii mahindi inatoka wapi, actually hajui. Hii mboga inakuzwa aje, hajui. So if the government and also other NGOs could come up, buy lands for schools in Korogosho. They do the farming themselves. They till the lands themselves. Actually, we'll be having another grown community that is enlightened.
Wow. That was awesome. I think it's a good thing. It's an ambitious way of doing it. But yes, we can have a look. So at this point, allow me to look at the locally sourced food in schools. Locally sourced, because in this conversation you mentioned about the dangers that comes with long transportation, handling and every other thing, hygiene and stuff. We don't know where our food comes from. So what are some ways that schools around in Korogocho and in Nairobi, for example, can actually introduce more locally grown, like what you are growing? The school maybe is not even aware. So what are some of the ways that can we use to grow, to access these more locally grown healthy foods into their feeding programs? What do you think they can actually do to introduce this kind of program?
Inaweza fanyika shule ifanya partnership na our local producers ambapo ni kama mimi na wengine. Sasa badala waende kuchukua Limuru na Limuru iko na mama mingi, it's better promote watu wa Korogocho ndio wale wapate mapato na wanapata kitu fresh from the shamba na wanaenda kwa shamba wanaona jinsi imelimwa, jinsi inapandwa na jinsi kama imewekwa madawa and such. Therefore ikifika kwa watoto watachukua vizuri. Kwa hivyo it's better direct from the shamba within the area.
Within the area.
Yeah.
I like this response because I think it will handle, or rather respond to, or it will be able to address what you are talking about, that the children are not aware of how to farm because they don't go back at home. So if this is done locally, where this is my parent maybe doing this, I also see, or we can actually have access, maybe a trip to go and see how these things are done. And I think I like what CBC is also doing in this country. So I think I like that idea. But then how can we encourage both parents and children to embrace nutritional, nutritious food instead of relying on processed alternatives? Yeah.
I think it would be better if the schools can create awareness to both parents and teachers and as well the children on the nutritious and indigenous foods that they don't know. Some don't even know cassava. Some don't know sweet potatoes. They just hear. They read in the books. They have never eaten because of maybe the prices, and they don't know. Now you can bring maybe that cassava to a child and the child will tell you, what is this? You can bring, for example, mrenda, which is meant for health, very nutritious and very healthy. The child will look at it like this and say, hey mom, what is this? Me, I can't eat this one. Yeah. Wow. Akonja. The child would even prefer that chips that is sold at 10 shillings. To these mrenda hawezi kula kabisa, hataki. So let us create awareness. Wow. Let us run campaigns.
Joanne has constantly reminded us the importance of creating awareness, and thank you so much for that. I think that's true because I think last week but one, we had a mental health camp for the children here in Child Space, and many Smart Children Club members participated, and I'm so happy that whatever they consumed from the breakfast, lunch and evening was actually this the food that they don't eat at home. Like the cassava was eaten here, the sweet potatoes were eaten here, omena, some were wondering, hey, omena, omena, because and it was not just given to them. We were using that every day to ensure that the children understand, and I remember them drawing my balanced diet plate. They were drawing this, and I think we have them. Maybe you can see in the subsequent show. So thank you so much. I don't know what you want to add. If you want to have something to add, if you have something you want to add on top of what we've just shared, as we come to the tail end of this. Awareness. Sio shule tu itapeana awareness, even the community. Wow. Hata health sectors. Because wakati mtoto amekuwa mmoja mama, kienda pale unaambiwa unastahili kukula hiki na hiki na hiki. Therefore it is a community health sector kuja pamoja kwa ajili ya kuwa na hiyo awareness. I'm glad you said you are one of the community health promoters. Yes. So you're actually giving yourself some work. Sawa. Nashukuru sana Auta, and I don't know if you have maybe the last thing you want to give us as your parting shot as we come to the end of this.
Well, just say, let the community at large and the NGOs produce ambassadors that would go out there, door to door, teach the community about nutritional values of the foods, teach the children as well, apart from the teachers, because I know they will understand better if someone else would come out to teach them this. So let the government as well embrace this awareness campaigns and produce things that will teach these children more. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Watoto wanasema chakula bora, akili fresh.
Let's say that. Chakula bora, akili fresh. Thank you so much. Asanteni sana. Yes, we appreciate, and that was our podcast for this chef project. We are glad you have been following, and see you in the next show. Thank you.
Thank you.